Ecclesiastes says there is a time for everything. Solomon wrote Ecclesiastes, the wisest man who ever lived, and chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes is really interesting. He lists a number of different times for things: a time for war, a time for peace, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to tear apart, a time to sew together, a time to be silent, a time to speak. Now, all you baby boomers already know the verses because you know the lyrics to the song by the Byrds, but there's a time for everything, and it's April 1st, so April Fool's Day, there's a time to even look at verses like this in the book of Ecclesiastes. Solomon said there's an appointed time under heaven for everything, a time to plant and a time to uproot. And so I was thinking, maybe you need to pull some weeds in your yard or clean out your flower bed. Time for that. A time to keep and a time to throw away. So maybe you need to think about purging your closet, kind of cleaning out your hoard, getting rid of stuff. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. I don't really know about that one. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Yes, now is the time to refrain from embracing. No embracing. Social distancing. Keep your 6 feet. A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to tear down, and a time to build up. I suppose right now the time to build up is the time to build up your toilet paper stash. That apparently seems to be what everybody's building up right now. A time to be born and a time to die, and we do see the mortality rate and the number of deaths because of COVID-19. But remember what Solomon says: a time to be born. There are babies being born every day right now. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, a time to dance. Solomon said there was an appointed time for everything, a right time under heaven for different things to happen on the earth. And we're all in a time right now, this quarantine time we're in right now, this house arrest or whatever you want to call it. And I think it'll give you an opportunity, perfect opportunity, to read your Bible. How about reading Ecclesiastes? Chapter 3 is the chapter I've been talking about, but read the whole book of Ecclesiastes. Remember, at the very end of the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, said, to sum it up, when all else has been said, fear God and keep His commandments. God bless you. Miss you. We'll see you soon.